finish up there in turn number 1. And he finally gets going again. As we got 3 riders starting to break away from the rest of the field, I don't have to tell you who they are. It's probably Roloff, Polen, and Toland, and we've got a switch in positions for position number 2 as they head up the hill. Up on top of the hill, it looks like it's 4 riders now starting to break away from the rest of the pack. Look at the sound on the other side. Looks like a very colorful dancing Chinese dragon as they come down the hill there, and up over the crest of the hill come your leaders, and down the back straight. Oh, there's a bit of pass for second spot. One rider way wide, and he slipped out of the groove, and he got his 3rd place position snatched away from him as they head into turn number 9. We're going to pick up some of the top numbers and names for you, but I think out in front is the Texas rider, Doud. Let's see if the California riders can track him down. Out of turn number 9 they come, and the complete lap number 1, 7 laps to go. Doud has snapped away the lead, so it's Toland out in front. The Buena Park rider leading. In second spot, 183, that's Richard Moore. Running in 3rd spot was bike number 51, running in 3rd spot. Dave Langford, an excellent ride by Dave Langford. He's running in 3rd position. Back there in 4th was Polen, the Texas rider. So Doud Toland out in front. Right now he's looking at $1,000 in his pocket if he can hold on to the lead. And it looks like 6 riders now are starting to break away from the rest of the field, but 3 riders definitely going for the lead as they crest the top of the hill and down that back side, and it looks like Toland with a T leading the race. Oh, look at this, they're closing in on him down the back straightaway. 3 black moving dots on the horizon as they head to the top speeds of 115, 120 miles an hour. This is 750 stock production, remember, $1,000 on the line from Suzuki. They swing wide out of turn number 9. This race isn't over yet. Any one of 6 riders can still win it. Here they come down to complete lap number 2, and it's still Doud Toland. Richard Moore doing a great job. Doud Toland now in 3rd. Texas is in 3rd spot, trying to look at 2nd. So Richard Moore doing a great job on that Suzuki that he's on. Richard Moore out of Prince of Parts, Haiti. And he's sponsored by Gary Brewer and Rob Selby. And I think he's on the Dunlop tires, I'm not sure, but he's doing a great job running up there in 2nd spot right behind Doud Toland. Look at these 3 riders go. Poland's in the middle of this now too. It's Toland, Polen, and Moore. All 3 of these riders on Suzukis, and so Suzuki's going to have to fork over the $1,000 for lead. It looks like Polen went a little wide in the 2nd place group right up on top of him. You can cover these guys with a handkerchief as they come over the crest of the hill and down that back straightaway. It is still Toland, Polen, and it looks like Moore in 3rd, and this is the race we thought it was going to be. Texas are going to take over the lead. It's now Polen. It's Toland and Poland. Doud Toland and Doud Poland. Just as we thought would happen, Texas and California, these 2 riders are going to be going at it hammer and tong the rest of the way. Here they come down the front straightaway. It's still Toland, but look at Polen! He goes to the inside! He takes a peek at the lead, and for the first time, Polen leads the race at Willow Springs. And now he's starting to mile away. Doud Toland on the Michelin tires. Doud Polen on the Michelin tires. Richard Moore, I believe he's on the Dunlops, and he's on that other Suzuki. And so it's still Toland, Polen, and Moore. It looks like Earl Roloff on the Yamaha is running in 4th spot. Doing a great job holding down 5th spot. And unofficially, I think we've got 291 running in 6th spot. And it looks like Don Canay, the GP rider on the Suzuki, running in 6th. We'll try and pick up all the riders' names again as they come by to complete another lap. Larry, what's going on? What's the observations out there?
You know what is interesting, Glenn Billings, is you got to wonder if Polen is kind of testing Toland a little bit. Now, this kid, Polen from Texas, has won 19 out of 24 of the GSXR races. He's absolutely phenomenal. They're rolling the ambulance. You got to wonder what is going on between Toland and Polen. And then they go down again. It's still Polen, the Texan, leading Toland from Southern California.
You're right, Larry. In fact, maybe he's trying to give Toland something to think about in the upcoming race, the open race, which is coming up very shortly.
I don't think there's any question about that. Both these guys are real intelligent. Toland, a veteran, has raced Willow Springs so many times, and Polen has never even seen the track before today. Now here comes Toland. I'm starting to pressure Polen a little bit. Now they're playing with each other. I think it's kind of an interesting situation with both these riders. They are so incredibly fast. Back and forth, Polen and Toland. And right now I think it's still Polen in front, but it's anybody's race.
Hey, I want to mention, Texas has been breeding a Polen who races all over the country in the local club races, and they come down the other side, and it's still Polen out in front, Toland running in 2nd spot. The best seat in the house right now is Richard Moore. He sits back there in 3rd. He's not out of it yet either. There's a rider down in 2, a rider down in turn number 2. That's what they pulled the ambulance for. The last lap, a 132.4. 132.4 for stock production. That is absolutely incredible. A couple of years ago, the super bikes were running that fast, and now we've got the stock production bikes running 132. That is a speed of 97.8 miles an hour, and here come your leaders again. It's Polen and Toland just like that as they come by the start-finish line, and now it gets interesting. They're going to start getting into some lap traffic. Uh-oh, Roloff coming in on the Yamaha. Roloff's pulled it off. Still holding up in the top 5, doing an excellent job. We're going to try and pick up these riders that are in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th positions for you as soon as we can. Let's call up the next race if we could. The next race is going to be 600 Super Street, 600 Super Street up to the pre-grid. It's still Polen and Toland. In fact, I can't even call it from here because these guys are so close. But they're heading up in the turn 3 area. It's 33 and 296. Just keep your eye on those two. We believe in 4th spot, unofficially, is Dave Langford, bike number 51 in 4th. 91 is running in 5th spot, and that is... That's Don Canay running in 5th spot, the GP rider doing a great job. And then comes bike number 530 running in 6th spot. Okay, the riders are on the back straightaway. And coming out of turn number 9, we're going to get the white flag this time out. Polen way out in front now. down the backside, down the hill. Polen with a pretty good lead. He goes over the crest of the hill, and it looks like he's going to take the win. Polen out of Denton, Texas, has just been demolishing everybody in club racing all over the country, and he's going to start doing it here in AFM racing as well. As he heads around turn number 8, he's going to be coming up on some lap traffic, but I don't think that's going to deter him from the win. It's going to be Doug Polen with a P, and he's got to be your favorite when those Road Atlanta runoffs come about. Here he comes up on some lap traffic. Toland's not going to get him. They come out of turn number 9, and from Denton, Texas, his first time at the racetrack, he's going to get a first place. Here comes the checkered flag for Doug Polen. Doug Toland gets second, Richard Moore gets third. Okay, we're going to need Doug Polen's crew, Doug Toland's crew, and Richard Moore's crew down here at the Toyota Snack Bar for the Winter Circle interviews. You're right, I don't think it's going to stretch, is it? Larry, first, second, third for you. First, second, third.
Cheer cops.
Hey,
Fans.
you're one of my many fans. All right, let me separate these then.
Okay, yeah, that's what you need to do. Could you lean over a little more?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Hopefully, let's get the crews and the motorcycles over here, please. And look at the